All right, shalom, boys. Here, welcome to the covenant. Well, back on the land, and just something occurred to me. It was a beautiful Sabbath teaching on envy and jealousy, and it's amazing how these things you're tested, your spirit is tested, and you're put in these situations to even test your own envy and jealousy. And I can tell you, first off the bat, number one, I am envious and jealous of no one. That spirit just doesn't operate into me or in me, because I understand that every man has his own increase. Every man gets according to what he's done. And let me tell you, it's like, some got 1 talent, 5 talents, 10 talents. Hey, I'm given what I'm given through the blessed labor of my hands that the Most High Yah has blessed me with. So what I'm going to talk about now is wood, okay? This stack of wood here, this stack of wood is 7 feet wide, it's 4 feet tall, and it is 60 feet long, okay? And this is the wood stack that we have in order to make sure that, all our cabins, the homes and stuff is nice and warm during this winter time. And this is more than enough for my needs. So what we're going in, we're sitting at the dinner table at Sabbath, and I'm talking to a brother that's sitting next to me. 4 security brothers. And I'm talking to one of these brothers, and we're talking about various things. He's also a builder. He builds homes. He has a homestead, and he also gathers wood, right? And he pulled out his phone, and he showed me a picture that clearly see that he has about 100 of these. Now, I just have one of these stacks, and this is a lot of wood. He has about 100 of them. And I said, hey, what I'm saying, brother, how are you, getting your wood? He gets his wood the same way I get my wood. Tree service companies, they got to get rid of the wood. So they're going to give it to you for free, because they're not going to cut down a tree and go ahead and, well, some of them that are industrious, they will keep the wood, process it, and sell it, because you can sell this wood for $100 a rick because it's a need. And we were talking about this concept of this need. Now, I could have turned around and, look at this brother's pile. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm proud of that brother. I mean, he's getting it done on a mega scale because he's gearing up to sell this wood. And this is why it's so important to understand the harvest is plenty and the labor is a few. I'm in contact with 3 to 4 different tree servicing companies, because I didn't pay for any of this wood. All I had to do was for the vast majority of the time, what they do is they go ahead and they cut it up for you as well, because they got to get it on the truck. So they'll cut it up, and all you got to do is cut it up a little bit more and then put it on your wood splitter, which I do have. And we were talking about all of these different things. You see how great minds think alike? But the idea is that this is something that can be scaled into a real business. And I've tried to tell people in the past years that, hey, man, they can deliver this stuff here. You can get this stuff and sell it. Hey, nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because, I'm busy with, Covenant contracting services. So, Covenant Pharmacy, haven't even gotten to that one yet, but the opportunities are there because of the times that we're living in. See, these are needs-based activities. These are needs-based businesses. I don't care what people are doing. They're going to need wood for their wood-burning stoves. And I have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 wood-burning stoves that can be fired up at any given time to keep homes and my cabins and stuff nice and toasty. So you need to understand, you don't need to be envious or jealous of anybody. What you need to do is go to them if they have an idea and you're in a situation where you can implement that idea. Get the information that you can. Get the skill sets, get the teachings, get the instructions, get all of that you can, because that person is there that's willing to help you and share the information about how you can scale up, how you can do this, how you can do that. It's all there, but you don't have to be envious or jealous of anybody just because they have more of a something particularly for them, that you have. But this is what we have. We have people that they may see somebody else's lifestyle, right? And they want that lifestyle, but they're not willing to put in the work, right? They're not willing to put in the work. Now, I'm the type of person, I'm willing to put in the work. I just don't need, 100 stacks of this wood. And that's a lot of work, and I can't do it all of myself. But you know who I did this with? Me, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old. This is what I did all this work with. That's a fact. They pretty much stacked all this wood, and I cut it up and they unloaded it off the trailer, and they put it back on the trailer. This is my trailer that I had to pick up material, and as you see, I'm going copper inside of the house for my bathroom remodel. The second bathroom will put copper on the ceilings, and it's gonna look real nice. But you don't have to be envious or jealous of anybody, provided that you're willing to put in the work. The most envious and jealous people I've ever met are people that they themselves can't produce nothing at all. They themselves cannot produce on their own. And you just watch them over the years. They're not going to produce nothing. All they can do is take. They can't produce anything on their own. And if a man can't produce anything on his own, what makes you think he's going to help you increase? See, the idea is that I'm sitting down and I'm talking to this brother, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about, hey, man, wood, this is how I'm getting wood, and this is what's going on, and this is how I'm scaling up. And I agree totally with everything that he's saying, because I am doing the same thing. Although my wood, I ain't got 100 of these piles, more than enough to take care of me for a year or two. And I can always add more. But you get the point that I'm attempting to make. I don't have to be envious or jealous of him because he got 100 of these. It's more than enough to make sure that it fulfills my need. And like I was saying earlier, if you get brothers that got the same mind or the right mind, they can turn this into a business. But they do not want to put in the work. It's nothing more sad than sitting and watching a young man that wastes away his life, that wastes away his youth, that wastes away his strength because he refuses to work. And our last note, you're on a job site and you're working with other men. We don't want to hear you talking about anything else other than what's the size of this 2x4, what's the cut that needs to be made on this, or grab this material. You don't need to be running your mouth talking about anything else. And this is what we have. We have a generation of people that just don't have no work ethic. And as a direct result of not having work ethic, they're going to suffer. And they are suffering. But hey, jealousy and envy is not needed, provided that you are willing to put in the work.